Hey boys and girls, I'm going to read you a book today. This book is called Rough Weather Ahead for Walter the Farting Dog. This is a New York Times best-selling series. Professor Compressor knocked on the door. I understand your dog has a farting disorder. It's not a disorder, said Betty and Billy. Yes, it is, shouted Father. Come on in. Professor Compressor said, I've made a lifelong study of animal gas. He examined Walter, gently poking around his stomach. You'd better be careful, said Father. He farts when you do that. He won't fart at me, will you, Walter? Walter farted. Professor Compressor staggered backwards, waving his gas meter. 10.7, the highest I've ever recorded. What a remarkable animal. Walter was pleased to be called remarkable. He liked Professor Compressor, and he licked his hand. You're a good dog, Walter, said Professor Compressor, and I'm going to help you. He poked around some more. It's his digestion that causes such powerful farts. We don't mind, said Betty and Billy. Yes, we do, said Mother. Years of research have led me to this special formula, said Professor Compressor. Powders and potions appeared from his pockets. He plugged in a gleaming machine. Mix it with my compression-tron and serve it fresh 3 times a day. We're so grateful, said Mother. So 3 times a day, Mother mixed the special formula in the compressatron. His farts aren't as bad, said Billy hopefully. They're worse than ever, said Father. Your father is right, said Mother. And that night, Father decided to mix the formula himself. He examined the powders carefully. More of this, he decided, less of that, and a lot more of this. Father sniffed the new mixture and smiled. That's better. Tastes pretty good, said Walter to himself, and he ate every bite. It's working, cried Mother. The air smells so fresh. Hooray, said Betty, and Walter was pleased too. Everyone was smiling. No one ran away when he came in the room. Father even hugged him. However, inside, Walter's gas was building up slowly. That dog's getting fat, said Father. But it wasn't fat. It was farts, waiting to be set free. Professor Compressor's mixture and Father's expert touch were turning Walter into a blimp. Walter began taking strange little bounces when he walked across the room. And one evening, he floated over Father's chair. Great jump, Walter, said Billy. But it wasn't a jump, it was gas. The following evening, Billy and Betty were in their room doing homework. Billy, said Betty, look outside. Betty and Billy raced out of the house. Walter was floating over the trees. Walter, come down, cried Betty. But Walter couldn't come down. He floated on into town. Quite a view, he said to himself. A breeze came up and blew him over to the other end of town. This is getting serious, said Walter. I'm going to stop reading right there, boys.